The classy Mirra Andreeva, ladies and gentlemen, as she applauds Elena Svitolina after defeating her as she walked off the court. Wow, is she such a classy young lady. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. And that's a Jordan fist pump as she takes the first set outright against Iga. Big bad Iga, who has dominated the Indian Wells. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, there's only been a couple people to defeat Iga Swiatek on her amazing run here in the desert. One is Elena Rybakina. Can you name the other? Trivia in the comments, guys. We're going to have some fun trivia in this video. Now, Mirra Andreeva takes the first set as Coach Martinez in her ear, telling her to go to the corners, telling her, look, she's facing the wind, step up, anticipate the short ball, come cross court with the backhand, and Mirra is just dominating this tiebreak. That's right, guys. She would break Iga Swiatek. She would have the chance to possibly serve out this match, but Iga Swiatek would break back. Iga would be up 30 love against Mirra Andreeva serving, but Mirra would bounce back, force the first set tiebreak, and she would just dominate this first set tiebreak. Iga Swiatek, this is Mirra after just dropping an amazing drop shot into the wind. Iga, though, she would call for the physio during that first set tiebreak. I'm getting a little bit concerned right now with Iga Swiatek because she's struggling. She looks to not really have an answer for Mirra Andreeva, but listen, we're not going to count Iga Swiatek out, okay? Iga's big time for a reason, right? Hot Rod, you know who that is. Trivia, guys. What former junior number one did Hot Rod defeat in 3 straight Slam semifinals? That's right, guys. We have Wimbledon twice and the U.S. Open. What former junior number one who was a rock star coming up from the juniors did Hot Rod just dominate as a professional, but also defeat in the Wimbledon semifinal? This would be a first for this player. And by the way, I'm going to give you a hint. One of the most famous arenas on the tennis circuit is named after him. In the comments, this is juicy, guys. Come on, trivia in the comments. Answer that question. That's going to be amazing. But Coach Martinez, a veteran. I'm excited for Mirra Andreeva's future. She's only 17 years old. What she is doing is simply remarkable. And listen, every time I watch her play, I just see something new to her game that's just frustrating opponents. I love the way she steps on the line. She has a beautiful service game. She won nearly 90% of her first serves in the first set against Iga Swiatek, one of the best players in the history of the WTA. 22 out of 25 points won on her first serve. She steps up to the line so effortlessly in the wind, these extreme weather conditions. And by the way, guys, this court, as Iga Swiatek tells her supervisor, look, something's not right. I think she may be calling for the physio, possibly a bathroom break coming. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, Mirra Andreeva takes the first set, and I'm going to tell you right now, watch out for her. I think we're going to go through a phase where she's winning a lot of championships. I'm not necessarily sure about slams just yet. I do think the French Open will be her first slam as a professional. And when that happens, watch out, Iga Swiatek. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think Mirra Andreeva steps up to the service line with a beautiful service game. She's calm. She's relaxed. The shoulders wrapped up, but she's playing like she has nothing to lose. And she talked about with that match against Elena Svitolina, by the way, after defeating Svitolina, she literally clapped hands. We know there's no handshake, right? But she clapped hands, showing respect for that veteran. And we all know Putin is backing Mirra Andreeva. And to see this young, classy woman clap hands and show respect for the Ukraine and Elena Svitolina, this war might end just because of that beautiful gesture. This classy young 17-year-old woman, she is an inspiration to all these young tennis fans that want to be a superstar. Watch her game. She has a beautiful game, ladies and gentlemen. She's beating Iga Swiatek with the mid-court backhand. She's beating her with the forehand down the line. She's serving beautifully winning nearly 90% of her first serves in that first set, but she's struggling on the second serve. Iga Swiatek won about 70% of those. Iga Swiatek, about 75% of her first serves won for most of the first set. I felt that Iga Swiatek, after getting broken in that 7-service game, she bounced back. She did what she needed to do. But I do think Iga Swiatek is taking it a little bit easy. I think she's got another level that she can go to, but then again, the wind here is horrible. And these courts are really horrible, in my opinion. Iga Swiatek, now, the complaint is these courts play like clay courts. Iga Swiatek, the way she's moving out there, she's sliding around like it's clay. And I don't think Iga Swiatek looks comfortable on this court, to be honest with you. But the reality here is, the event organizers have said that these are the same courts that are played at the U.S. Open. They made changes this year. I don't see it. I don't think so. I think that is a false statement. Now, I don't know why they would make a statement like that and it not be true. But watching these players play on these courts, there's no way these are the same courts used at the U.S. Open. Now, if we want to factor in the humidity, the weather, the wind, I don't know. I don't know if there's a sandstorm just flying in on these courts, whatever. But these players are literally sliding all over this court. It looked like in this first set, Mirra Andreeva was a little bit more comfortable with her movement on the court, because Iga Swiatek, she's just sliding all over the place. But then again, maybe she's doing that because she's comfortable to these courts, and complaints from like Medvedev and Novak, they're saying this plays like a clay court. So maybe Iga's right at home sliding all over the place. I don't know, but watching these players play, there's no way this is the same court that they play on at the U.S. Open. There's no way. I'm not buying that. What do you guys think? Comment below. But Iga Swiatek would leave for a bathroom break. She comes back with 4 waters in her hand. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on with Iga Swiatek. She's down a set, but don't count her out. She's just too darn good. Can Mirra hold on? Get your popcorn, buckle your seatbelts. We're in for a ride.